Hello everybody, welcome back to SheffPlays, and today we're not playing a game. I figured it'd be fun to do another top 10, been a while, but this one has nothing to do with video games, it has to do with food. So, to explain, the channel's growing decently lately, and not only have we not done a top 10 in a while, but I feel like it's nice to kind of like tell you guys some stuff about me here and there, so you can get to know me as a person. But yeah, without further ado, let's just boogie on into it. The next top 10 will be video game related, but this one I just wanted to step away. So, number 10, Stack's original flavor. I'll argue up and down all day that I think Stacks are better than Pringles. The can is always filled more. They're thicker, they're crunchier, and I like that. I had a couple cans of Stacks, and then I tried to have Pringles again, and it's not the same. I didn't realize how paper thin they were until eating Stacks. And before we really get into this, if any company named in this, although there won't be a ton, wants to sponsor me, just throwing it out there. I'll gladly represent any of these products. Number 9, Frank's Red Hot. I don't care the flavor, I don't care the size of the bottle and or jug. I love Frank's. It's really good. Like, I love hot foods, hot sauces. Tabasco's not too bad. Ghost pepper blueberry isn't too bad. But Frank's, man, it's like that perfect amount of heat. And it works good with everything. If you've seen the old ads, you know the slogan. And it slaps. It's a solid hot sauce. Use it all the time. Number 8, deviled eggs. Same with Frank's. I'm not too picky about them. Some people put bacon bits on it. Some people put paprika on it. Some people put chives. Don't care. Bacon bits slap. Or bacon bits slap. Deviled eggs slap. Whenever we have like family Christmases and stuff, first thing I always look for is if anybody brought deviled eggs. And my family goes pretty all out for stuff like Christmas. Like, you'll have people bringing like salads. You'll have people making stuff at home and bringing it. I got a cousin who makes like cakes and cupcakes. And although it's all good, deviled eggs is the first thing I look for every time. Number 7, onion rings. And with these, I wanted to put them up like higher on the list, but then I realized how particular I am with them. With onion rings, I like them a little crunchier, and I like it so the breading is a little more like in sync with the onion, I don't want to bite into an onion ring and then pull the whole onion out. I don't like that. I like it when they're very in unison with each other. Like, that's a solid onion ring. Yeah, I only recently discovered I like them because I really don't like onions on their own, but onion rings can... I love onion rings. Number 6, homemade mac and cheese. I love to make it myself. I want to experiment with more cheeses in it. I've used a ton. I've used Kobe, Monterey, Munster, Cheddar, obviously, mozzarella, Parmesan. I've tried a ton of different cheeses with it, and I want to keep doing that because, like, it has yet to fail. Like, yet to let me down. And, like, when my mom used to live out of state, every time she'd visit, she'd make me make it for her at some point while she was here. And it's just so good. It slaps. Homemade mac and cheese is the bomb. Whether you bread it, you throw bacon bits in it, you throw chives in it. We'll just say deviled eggs rules apply. Number 5, pizza rolls. I haven't really eaten any in a while, but like, man, I'll tell you what, you don't eat pizza rolls for a long time and then you have some, just hits the spot, man. I don't really care what flavor, and sometimes even the off-brand ones slap pretty hard. Not always. I've had some that like straight up half the bag were just empty. Not the bag itself, but like the rolls themselves. But yeah, no, pizza rolls that's why they're in the top 5. I love pizza rolls. Number 4, bacon cheeseburgers. I've had people take issue with the fact that like every time I go out to eat, if it's somewhere new, that's what I'm getting. It's the safest option. You don't need no bells and whistles, no tomatoes, no onions, no lettuce. Just give me a solid bacon cheeseburger with whatever the house sauce is, I'm set to go. It can be double, it can be single, it can be triple. I don't care. It's such a safe and good go-to option. I've never really had a bad one at a restaurant. I did have a restaurant once that like used smaller pieces of bacon and put it under the cheese. And Seth called over the waitress because I was like, "Where's my bacon?" And she just like stared at it and she's like, "It's under the cheese." And I was like, "Huh. Okay, I'm sorry." I also never complain at restaurants. I can't bring myself to do it. Number 3, steak. Medium rare specifically. I don't care what sauce you use when you cook it, but medium rare steak, I could eat it every day, and it would just... Oh, man, it is like one of the best comfort foods, and I think it goes with like the whole special, because I know some people eat it constantly, but like, I only have it very rarely, and I think that's why I still think it's so good. It's like venison. In New York, at least, there's only really a way to get it once a year during hunting season, so it's, it's special, so it's got, like, I don't want to overdo it. Number 2, Wisconsin brand aged cheddar. This stuff is the best cheese I've ever had. And it's dangerous, too, because I'm lactose intolerant. I'm not going to say the side effects I get from cheese, because that's not, I'm not going to do that. But, like, oh, man. This cheese, although pricey, for, like, a brick, like, this wide and, like, that tall, you're talking, like, $12. But it is so worth it. I've seen up to 15-year aged, and, oh, man. I can eat the entire, like, it's like half the size of a normal brick of cheese, and I can eat it in, like, one sitting without a problem. And the final one is, and I'm sure this one was easy to predict, this could have been number 1 on 100,000 people's lists, bacon. Chewy bacon bits, bacon flavored potato chips, maybe. But, like, not crispy. I'm not a huge fan of crispy bacon. I'll tolerate it, like, if I'm at somebody's house and they're making bacon and that's how they prefer it, I'll eat it like that. I'm not going to complain, it's bacon. Best bacon I ever had was, like, this maple smoked stuff, and it was, like, that thick, and, oh, man, we cooked it up chewy. It was probably raw, but it was, the best bacon I've ever had. I haven't had it since. This was, like, 2-3 years ago. It was bomb. Never forget it. And bonus, this one may be gross to some people, but it is so good. And I only have it like once every other year, every 3 years. It's very, very, very rare that I have it. But for bonus, deer heart. I know that sounds awful, but like when you cook it up the same way you would venison, it tastes exactly like the rest of the deer. It's just a little chewier. I'd never eaten it raw. I don't think you should. I don't know if you can get diseases from that. I'm not a doctor. But, like, you season it up right. I have a buddy who's in the Army. His stepdad goes hunting. And sometimes when my buddy comes back from the Army, his stepdad will have one. And he brings it here, cut it up, cook it up, and oh, man. It's the best. I love it. And a lot of people find that gross, but I'm telling you, if you're looking for a new food to try, give that a shot. It really does just taste like the rest of the deer. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I know this was different, but, I enjoyed making it. I enjoy letting you guys into my life a little bit here and there, pieces at a time. So, hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one, which tomorrow will be gameplay, but like I said, since I've got like everything packed, the games I can play are very limited. So, yeah. See ya!